Welcome into the CHGO Bears Podcast, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's #1 rated sportsbook. Use code CHGO when you sign up. Welcome in, Bears fans. We are getting closer and closer and closer and closer to what we've been waiting for literally for 3 months.
I mean, we're still 7 weeks away, 49 days to the draft.
To the draft. Oh, I was just talking about free agency.
Oh, well, one
which
step
is
at a
Monday.
time, I guess. Yeah.
Exciting times.
Things actually happening. Well, we have something that happened.
Earliest, most annoyed I've been on the show in a while. Keep going.
Whoa.
Try not to rush. We're not rushing through life. We are taking it day by day. We are building it brick by brick. We are doing it show by show. We are living it dream by dream. Great to see everybody. Mark, KJ, Crystal, Blasingame back in the fold on a 2-year deal. Haters to the left. I told you I wasn't going anywhere to the right. I'm loving life today, pal. And I got a great video that I did right before the show that I want all answers from. But now continue on.
I'm looking forward to that video.
Why are you annoyed, though?
Well, because he wants the Hoge is like he's
No, we've been talking about all this stuff for months, and now we're actually gonna get action. That's all I'm saying.
I like action.
Okay, I take it all back.
Save that drop.
You're not racing. Go Nick. Rise and shine. Okay, back to you.
Okay, we there was a move made yesterday. The Bears have re-signed fullback Khari Blasingame.
I think the only person that wasn't surprised that he was the first move of the offseason was Blasingame. First move of the offseason, Blasingame.
Why not?
I didn't see that coming. Did anybody see that coming? Blasingame 2-year deal. Polls, does this give you confidence that this offseason is going to be the best offseason ever? We are locking in on a.
You got to think football guy brain. Football guy brain says he might be one of the best 3 fullbacks in all of football. Probably. Don't want to let him hit the open market.
Don't want to let that guy hit the open market.
You got to have a fullback.
I mean, every time we talked to Blasingame in the locker room, the dude was focused. Every time on the field, the dude was hitting people. Man creates holes for whoever's going to be in that backfield. David Montgomery, let's go. Ryan Poles, logical move. Blasingame, Poles confidence. I don't want to overstate it. Skyrocketing seems a little too high, Lawrence, but, it's a win for the Polesy.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
How many of Nick's caffeine pills did you take right before the show?
It's been a morning.
Got a bunch left.
Rise and shine.
Wait, 3 fullback. Kyle Juszczyk, Khari Blasingame.
Yeah, is there even 3 fullbacks in the league?
How dare you disrespect
Baltimore.
the Watt family?
Okay, I'm sorry. That's yep.
That is just disrespectful. You take
Burton?
that Iowa jacket
Michael
and
Burton?
you burn it.
Burton, right?
Michael Burton. Solid.
He's on the Chiefs.
Slow
I think
down.
he was in he's
Wisconsin
a guy.
on the Iowa attacks.
I thought I was going to be playing Wisconsin, but
What happened?
I didn't.
well, they started to make a little comeback. Did you tune in at all once that little
Oh, yeah,
run?
I was watching and I was hating it. I was literally texting comeback, worst thing ever.
At that point in time, I was in a private yoga session, no lie. Went private yoga yesterday.
Private
Lawrence.
hot yoga.
No, it wasn't hot.
I thought you said hot yoga.
It wasn't hot. In any way, shape, or form. Well, it was just a regular yoga, fully professional yoga. Was there to do yoga and only do yoga. Let's yoga. And I nearly died. $1.99 super chat from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Nice Iowa themed shoes, Nick.
Had to represent, even though I'm not very confident in my Hawkeyes today. I did make a bet on them though to
Are
win.
you really not going to the game today because you have to take out your dog?
do that. Gotta read up on these free agents that are gonna happen. There's a lot of stuff to do, you guys. So I decided, no, can't do it.
Offering the guy free tickets, went to the university. The game's 5 minutes down the street. Got to go take the dog out and study football. Follow Nicholas Moreano. He's our leader.
That's a questionable decision.
That's a terrible decision.
Hey,
I was going today if Wisconsin was playing, even though I would have hated my life for 2 hours.
See, that would have given me more an incentive to go. But
Why?
just so if you're going, then we can make a thing out of it.
I'm going.
Well, now
There's like 5 guys from CHGO going.
I got things to do. I'll watch them on TV.
Ahoy, polloi yourself, Matt.
People who are listening have no idea why you
I'm still confused.
Hoge's always the audio listeners only. Just know that Hoge always has your back.
I care about you.
I care about you too, but in the moment when I see Matt checking in on the YouTube chat with an ahoy polloi, I can't not react to that. Ahoy polloi. Come on.
But you could still be like, hey, Matt in the comments says ahoy polloi. Ahoy polloi.
Yeah, context is key, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my bad.
I always
Matt
love
had the text.
I always love it when we have show meetings on the air.
Polloi, haloi.
It's great.
But can I say just one thing about Greg Braggs, and then we'll get to real stuff here. The dude left his cherry Coke in my car yesterday, so I am offering that up with a signature to be sent to you. I will pay for the I will pay any postage if you want Braggs' cherry Coke.
Is it a can?
No, it's
Has it been open?
I'm going to dump it out and I'm going
Pepsi.
to sign it from Greg.
That
From
was a cherry Pepsi. The
I
one
don't
he was
think it
on
cherry
drinking on
Pepsi.
set?
No,
It's definitely blue.
We stopped. We went over it because Braggs in the stands wanted to pick his. By the way, the fact that the Big Ten is credentialing Braggs in the stands is the greatest thing that's ever happened in credential history. I am so proud of him. Braggs in the stands.
That's awesome.
You need to spend more time
Where?
just hanging out with these small college market media members.
Oh, I mean,
Braggs is harmless compared to some of these guys.
I'm not saying he isn't, and I fully endorse the credentialing. I would have given him 7 credentials if I was in charge. I would have had the whole team over there. But just to be able to see the media thing say Braggs in the stands, I mean, that's like history right there.
That is. Mark, can I offer up my? You left your ice cream in my car when we drove back from Indianapolis.
You also just left your shoes randomly over there. What are you doing?
Autograph.
You also left half of a toothbrush holder on the desk over there.
Oh, I did that too. Wow, this is terrible.
Just leaving stuff everywhere.
And I left my suit in the locker at tennis the other night too.
And of course, your jacket was in my car on the way home from
Mark,
Indianapolis.
pieces of you everywhere.
And today I was looking for a belt, and I used to have 7, and now I have none. So I'm beltless, and my
How
pants
do you
are falling
lose
down.
7 belts?
I don't
That's
know.
impressive. That
I
is
don't know.
impressive.
I left. I've been leaving belts.
You're a mess.
I'm a little bit of a mess, but I feel great. Blasingame, you're back. And where the hell is Aaron Rodgers? Is
I think there's like a 23% chance you're hammered right now.
not hammered? Haven't had a sip of alcohol since at least Saturday. Last Saturday.
There you go. Good.
Yeah, just making sure. That's why I said 23%.
Yeah.
All right. Brandon wants to know, $5 super chat. As CHGO fans, do we need to pick either Team Carm or Team Braggs? It feels like sides are forming in a fun way. Let's not even make it a fun way. Like, in a
Should I do a
hostile
poll?
way.
Should I do a poll here?
Team. Are you just simple? Team Carm, Team Braggs.
This is gonna be funny.
I'm here for a fight, so let's go. I mean, if you go for Braggs,
You're fighting Carp.
then
Yep.
that's just
By default.
You're gonna lie in that bed.
All right, back to football.
I'm going to do it alphabetically, by the way.
In all seriousness, Khari Blasingame,
Team Carm.
I loved when he was on the field. I loved watching the film. I thought the Bears' running game was great when he was playing. In fact, my only beef is he didn't play more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think he should have been on the field more, but it's always tough. I appreciate that this regime values the fullback. This scheme values the fullback. He's probably still not going to be on the field, more than,
Man, he barely was on the field for 8 to 10 snaps a game, probably.
Yeah.
Is what he
And
did.
he's good on special teams, too. So, good little start to free agency, and, I think there's bigger moves on the way.
Clearly, there are bigger moves on the way, but I also do think it could, for like 5% level of seriousness, it could be sort of a tone setter of how they're just going to go about their business all off season, as far as just doing solid down the middle, not sexy, but just logical plays.
Brick by brick, baby.
What's that?
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick. It's a brick. Blasingame 2-year deal early on. It's a brick by brick move. It totally is.
I mean, the Bears want to run the football, right? And that's a part of it for sure. I have, Greg was trying to get that bet anytime touchdown with Khari Blasingame. I have a feeling it happens this season. Blasingame gets in the end zone at least once. He's gonna hit on it. Greg's gonna hit on it.
Yet another reason why you go Carm over Braggs. Who bets Blasingame touchdown every week? What a moron.
Okay. Now I'm Team Braggs just for that comment.
Can I go vote? I'm gonna vote right now.
I'm going Blasingame 999,001.
I'm just really shook up that Nick's not going to the Iowa game.
What time is that game?
It's actually bothering me.
What time is that at?
1:30. It's like right after the show.
Come on, bro.
It's basically on the way home.
It's supposed to be a snowstorm too, right? Bad weather. Dogs alone for 7 hours. If I go to
7 hours, a dog can handle 7 hours.
Yeah, he's different.
This is why.
Can we get a little assistance in the Moreano family?
No one's got the key. The girlfriend's getting a haircut right after work, so Brady needs help. I got him. I'll watch the game from home, and it'll be great.
Okay.
This conversation's making me uncomfortable.
Which side are you on?
Nick
I'm voting.
is such a good guy.
I'm voting.
I got a couple Monty super chats if you want to transition from fullback to running back, or we can hold them for later.
No, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so let's see. First off, Brandon Jenish. I believe I'm saying that as close to correct as possible. Cool, Avi. Those look like Shady Rays. $5. If we don't re-sign Monty, what would you all think of Mo Ibrahim out of Minnesota? Dude had 17 consecutive 100-plus yard games, has good hands, and runs like a truck.
Yeah, first of all, Mo Ibrahim was in college at Minnesota for approximately 17 and a half years.
That's good.
That's literally where I remember him from.
I remember
he was nasty too.
I remember doing a Northwestern Minnesota game it must have been 6 years ago, and he was on the field. But every time he was out there, he was good. He's a good player. He doesn't quite have that burst. Mm-hmm. He kind of, to me, has great college, solid. I mean, I think he could stay in the league for a few years, but I don't necessarily think he's your replacement for David Montgomery, just being completely honest. But, boy, he was a handful.
Never averaged less than 5 yards a carry in any of his seasons, which included 5 of them. There was injuries going on, which is why he...
And COVID. You get that extra bonus
and the COVID.
You rode the boat one extra season.
What was the first year he was there?
2018. He had 1,160 yards on 202 attempts, 5.7 yards per carry, got in the end zone 9 times. This past year... 320 attempts, by far his most, 1,665 yards, over 5 yards a carry, 5.2, 20 touchdowns. He had 15 and 20, by the way. So he has a total of, 35, 37, 44, 53 touchdowns total in his career. You're looking for long bursts. He had long runs of 74, 56, 54, 53. Doesn't have a lot of catches out of the backfield. Never more than 8 in 1 year. Last year was 7 and 50. I don't know. I liked him a lot. The dude was, and he wasn't exactly playing with the best talent, and he was playing in the Big Ten. So I don't hate it.
Yeah, but he was in a good scheme.
John Michael Schmitz was there too, the center from Minnesota, helping him out.
That's true.
Blocking.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I like the name though.
He's only 5'8", so he's a little bit smaller too. I like him. If he's a late round pick you pick up, I got absolutely no problem with it.
All right. Well, Nathan,
other than the fact he's a gopher.
But Gophers have a lot of running backs that have gone to the league, so
Would you rather be a gopher or a boiler?
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to. Do you?
I'm just trying to
talk about the gopher though that, cost the Bears the Tebow game.
Are we talking about Marion Barber right now?
You're the one who brought up gopher running back.
I know, but they at least get to the league is what I'm saying. Okay, Nathan Martinez, $1.99. Thank you, Nathan. He says, keep hearing Monty is as good as gone. Y'all heard?
Have not heard that. No.
Nothing?
Nope.
Not heard that. I think
saw that circulating yesterday.
You saw that circulating?
from fans and stuff. They're like, "Oh, Monty's gone. Monty's gone." Like, why? How? Who's saying this?
No, I think
I keep seeing that. I'm not,
Right?
but I don't.
From
But it's not
Yeah, like
exactly.
who?
I keep, but I don't see it from Adam Schefter. But like Adam Schefter, you're Adam Schefter. You're not funny guy.
This guy today.
Oh, are you
this
mad
morning.
about the
I am
the
mad
tweet
about
this
it.
morning?
Yeah.
That
Don't use your $10.2 million follower
In dollars.
muscle
dollars, yeah.
to tell everybody.
There it
What,
is.
you pulling up the tweet,
Right
Lawrence? Thank
there.
you. And he said, this guy, and the Jets just agreed to a trade. ... Rise and shine, Adam Schefter, you Sheffy. We don't need you playing with the hearts of Bears fans that Aaron Rodgers is gone like that. I didn't like it. Maybe I need to lighten up. But
again, what was the actual trade? It was like a 7th for a 6th or
Yeah.
something.
For safety,
Some
right?
safety.
it was some stupid
From
trade
the
that no one
Ravens.
cares about,
There it is.
except for the people that are
You're
mad
just
at me.
mad you fell for it.
Everyone fell for it. The thing was getting retweeted after he had.
I mean, you know, Braggs was going on an emergency Twitter Spaces.
Braggs reported it on Braggs in the Stands. Rise and shine. David Montgomery. I'm kidding. He would never do such a thing again. That
He's
was
learned.
Okay, a bunch of people are saying Monty deleted all his stuff on Instagram.
But people do this all the time now.
No, that stuff matters. That's
Do you know how much
got to speak
time that
millennial.
would take for me to spend? Who's got time for that?
David
I
Montgomery.
know. I've been meaning to delete my Facebook for about 7 years now.
Yeah.
And I just haven't
Oh,
done it.
okay. That's different from probably
If you-
yesterday.
I mean,
What?
All the stuff from David Montgomery. He doesn't have it. He's got 2 posts on there.
if you were betting right now, if David Montgomery was back, how would you bet?
I'd probably lean no, but I still think the Bears have, as much as I defend David Montgomery on the show pretty much every day, I think this is the right move. You let him hit the open market. You let the market, it's running back. Just let the market do whatever. If someone wants to overpay him, you live with it.
I understand. So what are you betting?
Because I guess right now I'm like 51% he's probably on a different team. 49 he comes back.
Okay, so
I'm not sweating it.
60-40, he's back.
60-40, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
all right,
I wish someone had. Does
I'm
anyone
90
have the? Does Pro Football Focus take the stats on how many times a guy that deletes all his Instagram posts ends up leaving? I feel like it's actually a pretty high number. Didn't Jordan Howard do this? Didn't Allen Robinson do this?
I'm going with 90% gone, 10% back. I would bet money that he's out of here. I'm going to believe in his
Just like
millennial
you
speak.
Told us all last night to bet the Bulls or bet the Nuggets money line when the Bulls were winning.
I was wrong about that one.
You owe me $10.
The Bulls?
You did not. Did you?
Yeah, that was like, yeah. Why wouldn't you not? It was a good bet.
Yeah.
I love that Hoge won $10 on the Nugs. On Carm's advice.
Nugs.
I feel bad about it. I'm Carm.
Did Braggs just call me Hoge the Hedger?
Apparently he did.
Hoge the Hedger. There we go.
51-49 is the ultimate hedge. I mean, you are straddling that fence right down the middle there, buddy. It's got to be uncomfortable.
It's not uncomfortable at all. Feels pretty good, actually.
No one is ever. You know what I appreciate about you? You have just become a very solid and confident Hoge in your Hogeness. I could use more of that for myself. I was actually thinking about the hoodie picture this morning.
Oh, when you're, yeah.
Yeah, like why didn't I just lean into that? Like,
Yeah, I don't know why you let that people.
why would I let that bother me? I'm out here for all the people who need to take a nap in the middle of the day who are working hard. Anybody who needs a nap in the middle of the day and hits it, I'm there for you.
Hell yeah.
Carm Neff, you deserve your 5 minutes in the middle of the day. Don't care what the judgments are by some who think you're not respecting whatever the hell you're not respecting.
Yeah.
I say I need more of my Carm and my Carmness for your Hoge and your Hogeness.
Yeah.
Take your nap, Blasingame.
There was no problem with you napping at the combine at all.
Well, some people had a problem with it.
No, I know, but those people
Vocal
were wrong.
minority. A lot of super chats if you want to get anywhere. I got all kind of. If you have anything you want to hit before we hit super chats, but
Well,
plenty of chats to super.
no, let's sneak in one here, and then we'll hit a break, and then we are going to do like a who is
Indiana,
your
Hoosiers.
not Hoosier, who's your guy?
I don't know. I was thinking
that you want to see on the Bears next week?
All right, well, that does make me want to do Gary Ross's since he is a Hoosier. He says odds on the first pick being traded by Monday.
It's a great question, Gary.
I'd say 51-49. No, I'm just kidding.
By Monday, which would, of course, is tampering day allowed free agency.
28.67%.
And I'm actually
specific.
gonna double down here because Joey DeMarcos had a similar super chat for $9.99. Thank you, Joey. He says, "Do you guys think the first pick is going to be traded before the legal tampering period begins, or is the projection looking like a trade post free agency closer to draft day?"
Honestly, that one does feel 50-50 as I go into my Hogeness. Doesn't it? Like he, polls indicated to us and to others that you know
be long,
that
right?
it won't be long after the combine if they are going to do it. And obviously he's talking about that exact Monday deadline.
I just think there's like sort of milestone dates in this process, right? And the start of next week is definitely one of them. Because you'd like to have
Clarity.
There's a scenario where you'd like to know where you're going to be going into free agency. But you also don't need to be in a rush because holding the number one pick
You have the power.
actually does give you clarity in many different ways because you can literally draft whoever you want. So I don't think you need to be in a rush to do it, but it certainly is a milestone date that, I mean, polls sat there with us last week and said that if it goes that way, it could be happening this week. And so far it hasn't happened this week. I think there's a chance, but if I were to like put percentages on which time frames, I would still say early April is the odds-on favorite for when the trade actually happens. You know, maybe by Monday would be.
Can we rewind?
Second or third on that list? I mean, I do think it's a possibility.
Where we were winding to, Mark.
I'm rewind. Thank you, Nick. As I lost that thought right after I said it.
Team Bragg's currently leading 70-30.
Oh no!
Whatever.
I voted
Brags. Brags the Bragser.
Voted for Mark.
70% Brags. Hey, I'm kind of slightly pleased that I got 30. Okay, so where I'm rewinding back to is polls letting people know, Peter King, that I know I could get 2 first-round picks in the next 2 years. Like, what is his strategy in putting that out there as far as a deal being made before Monday? Is there any strategy, or is he just, talking free and easy?
Hello, this is the minimum you have to offer everybody.
Is that the strategy?
Yes.
And he
That's
wants
the
to do that
asking price.
publicly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little weird,
Doesn't
right?
have to answer the phone 32 times then.
Yeah, if you're not willing to go that far, it's like, all right, see you. We'll
So-
talk to teams that are willing to do that.
Subtle messaging. You like to read into every little
Well,
thing that's
that's an aggressive thing to say.
I agree.
There's something that's
It also worries me, like as a fan of, what if we don't get that now?
I think
Are we
I said that
pissed?
the other day.
Right.
That that's the downside of doing that is
you said that you'd get us this, and now you didn't. Rise and shine.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be Brags. 100%.
Hell polls.
Someone called you the hedgehog.
The hedgehog.
The hedgehog.
Okay.
I like it.
This
Who's
Casey.
calling me a hater? Who am I hating on?
The hating hedgehog.
Hating?
Probably Bragg's.
Oh, yeah, that's accurate. Okay. I don't know. Here's the deal. I have not voted in this poll, and I think I'll make a decision by the end of the show. So I can be swayed. I'm an undecided voter. If any of the caucuses out there want to start working, I'm ready.
I voted.
I can be swayed.
I voted.
I voted already.
Nick didn't even think
Who would
about
you vote
it.
for, Nick?
I voted for you, Mark. I voted for
Oh,
Take that, Brags.
Sorry,
Take
Brags.
that.
Sides have
Love
been
you.
taken.
Hear that, Cappy? I'm stealing your
you. I
thing,
tried
too.
to raise up Mark's percentage.
He's trying to. It was a pity vote. Nick gave me the pity vote.
There you go. See, look. Oh wait, why does it show that I voted for Bragg? Oh shit. No. Voted for you.
My man. That's because we rode together. We went through a snowstorm. You dropped me off at the Harvey train. No one's ever been driven off. No one has ever been dropped off.
And then
at the
you left
Harvey
your ice
train.
cream in my car.
I can't believe I left the ice cream. That's a terrible feeling.
Bad guy.
And that's why I'm going to vote for Bragg's because
Oh wow.
yeah.
I'm voting for the ComEd energy efficiency.
There it is.
Can't see it.
That's what I'm
There it
voting
is. Thank you,
for.
Drew TV, who voted for Carm.
Because ComEd is committed to helping families and businesses in the communities they serve manage energy usage and lower energy bills now and into the future. ComEd offers a wide array of incentives on lighting and other efficiency upgrades to commercial, industrial, and public sector customers of all sizes across our territory. Customers can inquire about how to upgrade outdated lighting to energy and money-saving efficient LED bulbs. Learn more about network lighting to operate your lights through your mobile device and track your facility's energy usage and more. Incentives have recently increased for indoor, outdoor lighting and networked lighting controls, making these projects even more cost-effective than before. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to visit ComEd.com/poweringbiz, B-I-Z, now to start saving money and energy. To start a project, contact ComEd at 1-855-433-2700. For more information, email businessee@comed.com or publicsectoree@comed.com.
That one hurt a little bit, but everybody, gotta tell you about FOCO. Chicago, you already got the best coverage for your favorite teams, so get fitted out in the best sports gear around. FOCO's got you covered from Soldier Field to the front room, north or south side, with hoodies, slippers, signs, bobbleheads, and everything in between. Get decked out like DeMar from the leader in sports merch and collectibles, FOCO. If you're looking for the perfect gift for the basketball, baseball, hockey fan in your life, FOCO's got you covered with hoodies to fight that Lake Michigan breeze. Check out FOCO.com or click the link in the description below for all non-presale items. Use the promo code CHGO for 10% off.
A couple of people have rushed to Team Carm during the break. Khari Blasingame
Thank you, Khari.
calls you the fullback of the show.
Thank you, Khari.
Wow, that's
And
We're wavelengthing.
Yes, he's definitely blocking all the conversation we're trying to have by having his ADHD
yes.
mind.
Khari's my guy. Long time.
Also, Papa Hoge.
Oh,
Also
that's
in
like
the comments.
worth 100 votes.
Saying he's Team Carm all the way.
has Papa Hoge watched the last Comiskey video YouTube
No,
series?
by the way, it's on my list.
I know, it's on my list.
I haven't
too.
watched it either, and I can't wait to watch
I heard
it.
it's really good.
Part 2 comes out today.
Oh, there's 2 of them?
There's 3.
Oh!
3.
Yeah. Papa
watch this,
Hoge.
put it on the
Highly
list.
recommend. It's on YouTube, but not until the show's over, obviously.
Of course.
can find
And
it.
for those of us in the older demo who remember going to Comiskey that year, it was awesome.
That year? Oh, is it just about 1990?
It's just about yeah.
So I actually am in that older demo because I have this memory of being there.
How old were you?
I would have been 4.
You remember being there at
Yeah,
4?
I have a memory of the yellow rails and
So cool.
I mean, I remember old Comiskey, of course. I remember getting during being there for batting practice down the left field line and having my dad scoop up a ground ball that came right by and got a baseball.
Let me just
sweet.
Let me
have you
just.
seen that photo of me and my dad in the
I
dugout?
have, but that doesn't mean you remember it necessarily.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want to underline the worst thing, and there's nothing we can do about this, so there's really no point to this, but the worst thing that this city has ever done sports-wise
It's stadiums.
has nothing to do with what's happened on the field anywhere. It's not the drought to 85. It's not the baseball barrenness of both sides of town. It's you tore down Comiskey Park, which should have been renovated. That place was unbelievable and was arguably cooler than Wrigley, and that's from somebody who grew up going to Wrigley Field. Comiskey Park was sweet as hell, and the fact that they did not renovate Chicago Stadium like they've done for Madison Square Garden, that thing should have been renovated. The place was the greatest place on earth. You can't get them back. Can't get them back. And those experiences were whatever. The United Center's fine, but dime a dozen.
I love that Goose Island tap room in the United Center, but that's just me.
Goose Island Tap Room could have been in the Chicago Stadium, baby.
Very true.
Yeah, I mean, Wrigley's added all kinds of stuff.
Right. Look at what exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's an interesting conversation. And we're going to move on from it because it doesn't have nothing to do with the Bears.
Well, but it has
Except for the stadium
It
thing.
sort of has something to
And
do.
Kevin Warren's going to fix it all. He's going to fix the Bears stadium situation, and then he's going to move on and fix
Whatever
the
stadium you
White Sox.
Yeah.
I still think the best solution is to have the White Sox and Bears go in on a stadium together. But
in the city. Let's go. Damn straight. Let's go.
that's got about as much hope as your Soldier
Listen,
Fields.
whoever is the mayor coming forward, they're coming on this show, and we're going to broker a deal. That's what's happening.
Can't wait.
That's what's up.
So you're going to out-duel Kevin Warren?
Yes.
You are.
No, Kevin's totally on board, even if he doesn't know quite yet.
Just has to be convinced.
I'm doing all my Kevin Warren research and how he is a great connector and puts people in positions to succeed, and that's all I'm going to do for Kevin.
Okay.
If anybody, I've got Chris Gonzo's calling me the Mike Pennell of the team. I got something else from
Mike Pennell.
Every terrible Bears player I'm being compared to in the chat. Thank you so Karma's the Matt Nagy of podcast host from Nitsju Noslo. What's up, Nitsju Loso? Rise and shine.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do now. We are going to each one of us is going to give you the guy that this time next week, so Thursday, this time next week, we want to see on the Bears. And I will start with actually a trade, not a free agent. DeAndre Hopkins, make it happen. Now, my mock draft's coming out tomorrow, and there are trades in there.
Plural.
There are situations where you can have potentially 5 picks in the top 65. As I give away some secrets right now. Make sure you're looking for that tomorrow morning. Lawrence, morning?
Oh, let's hope I get it done. I don't know.
Lawrence.
Lots to
People
do.
want the mock. People want the mock. Get it done.
All right,
we just
people.
recorded it like 10 minutes for the show. So
A lot of graphics.
Great job.
A lot of
Great job,
graphics.
man.
there's a lot of work
things
to go.
do.
And Lawrence is the man. I have a lot of faith.
Thank you.
Right now, I feel like I'm racing the clock on the Bears trading between now and when that comes out. And I'm worried.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is you can add a lot of draft capital early, and I don't know necessarily what the market is, if that's going to cost you. I think on the high end, maybe pick 53, but maybe it's 64, 65, depending on which picks the Bears end up with there. They have one of them, obviously. But in that range, I'm willing to take one of those picks and make that trade.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I'm not necessarily in the – so there's 2 things going on. One is there's not a lot of wide receivers out there. So you could say, oh, that should drive up the market. The problem, though, is DeAndre Hopkins still costs a lot of money. $19 million. Not a lot of teams can really fit that in. I don't know how many teams are going to want to extend him. There was a report yesterday that maybe Hopkins is going to be flexible and not, sit there and demand that, hey, I need an extension. I love the idea of Hopkins because I think he instantly, if you really watch him last year, he was still playing at a high level. And I think he instantly pushes everyone down the Bears wide receiver room to where they should be. He gives Justin that top target, that true go up and get it guy. And you have the money to spend this year on it. It's not that big of a deal. And if it doesn't work out, you can get out of it. So to me, it's a very low risk move for the right team like the Bears, who has the space that they have.
I cannot agree more with you, Adam. When that news came out about Hopkins maybe being open to negotiating a little bit, I reinforced what I wrote earlier in All CHGO that the Bears need to go get DeAndre Hopkins if he's available. If it's a 53rd overall pick, 2nd round, do it. Make that trade. That's a guy where he was productive last year, only playing 4 games with Kyler Murray. That offense wasn't going anywhere, but he was still productive. He's not a guy that needs to win with speed. He's like a jump ball type of dude, can win his one-on-one. Justin Fields needs that. If you're asking for a rookie wide receiver, even if it's a top 10 pick to come in and be an immediate producer for Fields, it's no guarantee. We've all seen DeAndre Hopkins, what he can do in this league. So I really like that. It was if Adam didn't take it, it would be the guy that I'd want to go get. But Javon Hargrave is another guy that I think makes a lot of sense at the 3-tech position. What he was able to do in Philadelphia, you want to see if he can still be that guy without all the other players around him, but immediately would upgrade the 3-tech position, something that Eberflus needs. So he's going to be probably a top-end free agent guy that's available at this point. But Bears have money. Go spend it on a position you need. So Hargrave is going to be my guy.
See, I'd rather, if we're going top end at that position, I'd rather spend it on a younger guy who's still ascending, and that's Draymond Jones.
I was watching him yesterday. I like him. I think Hargrave initially, though, better.
So I'm trying to lean into, I don't mind your angle, and I don't mind your angle. I think they're both fine, but I like mine, of course, the most because I picked it. And
I've been waiting for this.
so, look.
Are we going Dean Lowry?
No.
Tyler Lancaster?
I'm in the same position.
Fadio Denebo.
Cooper Rush.
All interesting names. Cooper Rush was fantastic.
I was just trying to name Northwestern
for
guys.
5 seconds. I'm looking for a little bit of swag. I'm looking for a little bit of production. I'm looking for a lot of value. I'm looking for somebody who has something to prove. I'm looking for someone who can make a statement in the receiver room. And I'm also looking for a guy who did win a Super Bowl the last time he was on the field. So can we...
Orlando Brown.
We're not going for Orlando Brown. We're
Juju.
going for Odell. We are bringing in Odell Beckham Jr. on a prove-it deal. Somebody who can be a playmaker for Justin Fields. Somebody who can make me. There goes Hoge leaving the show on Odell. That is messed up. That is an Odell level move on Odell. We need Hoge needs to. You need to have some more fun with your life, and let's Odell this thing together. I would find that to be, and I'm also here for some entertainment, and Odell would provide that too. What's wrong with
You've
Odell?
turned a lot of names into verbs and adjectives today on the show.
That's
Very
you
impressive.
Odell'd.
Very
You
impressed.
Odell'd Odell. You did.
No, I voluntarily left. I didn't get taken off the stage. That was a reference to him getting kicked off the plane.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Which
You
I'm
don't
not
have to
too
give up
worried
anything
about,
for
by the way.
Odell, man.
I'm not too worried about that.
Why can't we take a flyer on Odell? Why can't we bring him into the Bears culture? Why can't we?
Because he's not the Bears culture. Everywhere he's gone, they want him to go away.
Really?
Yes.
He landed well with the Rams. Give him. You guys,
Yes, for like a 3-month period where his talent was on a Super Bowl ready team.
Yeah.
Hey, come join this team where we can win the Super Bowl with you. We're gonna put up with you for 3 months. We're gonna win the Super Bowl, and then bye.
All right, maybe the best comment ever by Mike Ibsen. This is Carm's worst take since he mentioned his favorite book is Perseverance, Life Lessons in Leadership and Teamwork by Mark Trestman. That's a genius.
Hey, that book's underrated.
Die hard, listen to the show.
I like that.
Take by
attention
Ibsen.
to details.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just telling you that.
Actually, I'm saying it's not gonna happen.
Is this because of the poll?
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Did you want your poll numbers to go down?
No, listen. Why can't where you telling me that it would not be if Odell came? Who high end talent for nothing, for very little.
I mean, I
I
don't
think
know,
it's
man.
nothing.
What do you think it's going to cost to get Odell?
I don't know. Jerry Jones wants some.
Yeah, the Cowboys seem interested.
That's where he should go. He's a cowboy. That's
Team
a
ready to
cowboy.
compete.
I want a little swag coming in the building. I want a little bit of flair. I want a high end talent.
Bragg
DeAndre,
says, how about Antonio Brown?
That's
No.
completely unfair to Odell. That's not fair. He's not Antonio
Yeah,
Brown.
he's not that level of crazy.
And another thing, DeAndre Hopkins, which I'd be okay with it depending on what you were giving up. But DeAndre Hopkins, there's a lot of noise around the fact that he doesn't want to play football anymore. That's been out there. You sure? If we're talking about character here, DeAndre seems like somebody whose best days, as far as really caring and putting it all out there, are behind him, and you can judge that by his numbers with the Cardinal. So I'm not exactly. I wouldn't be completely confident him coming in here that we're going to get the guy that he once was or anywhere close to it.
Jay Toasty says, Carm, I need some of what you're smoking. Seems fun. $1.99, thanks.
Wow.
Jay Toasty.
Let me also answer this too. It's to what we're talking about. There's not the free agent class right now is just isn't that great. So I was bored looking at it. So who
No, but let me ask you this: Who would you rather have, honestly, Beckham or Hopkins?
If Hopkins down to play.
If I was to answer, if we're going into the honesty, like life or death, who would I rather have? I'd have to sit down with both of them. I really would have to have a conversation. We would see where they're at. I'm not as
I
far
don't
as
even think it's close.
DeAndre Hopkins.
I mean, Hopkins was on the field last year. He played well.
dude.
He's still good.
That's
So good.
he played. He did not. What were Hopkins' numbers last year?
Watch the
Missing
tape. He was
6
still
games. He still put up 700-something yards.
Watch the tape.
He was still tilting the field, which is what the Bears don't have. And could Beckham theoretically do that?
That's what Beckham's done his entire career. You think you don't think he can come back from a
He
knee
was
injury?
like the.
He had Cooper Kupp there. He had.
Yes. I
blanking
don't
on-
remember. You know what I remember him in the
Robert
Super.
Woods.
Robert Woods.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys on.
I remember Cooper Kupp running all over the field in that Super Bowl. I remember Beckham tearing his ACL.
All right,
Slant
listen.
route.
He played in 10 games in 21. He played in 9 games in 22.
Who's he?
DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
He had 572 receiving yards in 21. He had 717 last year.
717 in 10 games, right?
9 games. 11.2 yards a catch.
More than anyone on the Bears, right?
By far. But come on. That doesn't matter.
It should.
No, come on. They need receivers. Period. End of story.
It's 9 games.
So since
Yeah,
Hopkins.
but right, that's the point. He's not
And
saying
Kyler
that-
Murray was hurt at the end of the
played
year.
in 4 games with
But
Murray
my
last year.
point.
He played 4 games with Kyler Murray.
That's it.
So he
Last
put up
year.
700 receiving yards with Colt McCoy and who
Is it
else?
McSorley? No.
Trace McSorley
Is that
was
who
in
it was?
there.
What
What
do you-
both those guys?
Oh,
So since
Look,
Hopkins was drafted in number 27 overall in 2013, he's played in 15 or more games in 8 of his 10 seasons played. The last 2 are the ones that you just mentioned, Carm.
How about this? Go
ahead.
Let's have and I get that I am alone on Carm Island on this one apparently. Let's have a friendly bet that we will cash in next year. Who has more yards receiving next season, Odell or Hopkins? Do you want to
Let's
make
not
that
make
bet?
a friendly bet. Let's put 1,000 on it. I will take Hopkins.
Okay, well, I don't have.
I'm going with Hopkins. I will put it that
So
way.
I will.
I'm
I will,
exaggerating. I'm not putting
I
1,000.
I will bet you both. And what odds am I getting? Nothing, because I'm just all the way out here, and that's the way it is.
You don't get odds now.
No,
Honestly, if you're asking for odds, that means that you think Hopkins is going to have more.
Okay, okay. Mark it down, team. Let's mark the tape. March
9th.
the 9th. Odell, Hopkins, Carm versus everyone. Let's see how it plays out.
Carm versus the world.
Yeah.
Let's go. I want to start
I'm
playing
with
games
Alex.
right now.
Dear Lord, why are we having this discussion? I think
Because
if-
why not, Alex?
No, but to me, it's actually an interesting discussion just talking about taking Beckham out of it. Hopkins, you're not high on Hopkins.
I'm in the middle.
Bears fans aren't either, though.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Like,
I don't
if-
really get it.
They don't want to.
I think it's a low risk.
They don't want to waste I think they see wasting a 2nd-round pick on, if that's what it is, on someone that's older, but he's not going to be a long-term answer. It's for now. Don't you want Justin Fields to see what he can do as a passer in 2023? That's what Hopkins brings.
I also think that there's this assumption that you draft a wide receiver.
He's going to be
Jackson
awesome.
Smith in Jigba, and he's going to day one be your guy.
Jamar Chase,
This is not how it works. I mean, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson,
there's not a lot of those guys.
First of all, Chase was a top 5 pick. Okay, there's no top 5 picks in this draft. Jefferson is an extreme outlier. What he went 14
I think so.
or something like that, and he had his what he had. I think he had, or I'm thinking he had 1,400 receiving yards as a rookie. Like this just doesn't happen.
Would you? Let me ask you a different question. And by the way, the chat is just on fire right now. Hoge is not as confident as Hogeness on this Hopkins take is a brilliant one too.
Pick 22.
Would you trade right now? The Vikings call you up. We're like, hey, we'll give you Justin for your number 1 pick, straight up. Will you
Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Yes.
You would do that?
Yes.
Number 1?
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just
That
your multiple first-round picks you might have to trade up to get the
Hi,
quarterback.
would you like this future Hall of Famer who's the best wide receiver in football? Yes, I'll take that, please. Thank you.
Okay. You got a lot of needs, dog, and Ryan Poles getting first-round picks at every year going forward for years on end. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think it's.
I'd do it. Even though, it's a good point, Mark. I mean, that's why they want to trade out of 1 now. They have so many needs, but Justin Jefferson, you're going to know what Justin Fields is with him next year. If not, then you'll figure it out afterwards. But I'm doing it.
JJ LaPlante. It's $4.99. He says putting OBJ into the Bears locker room with a good culture would be like putting Braggs into the stands at a Northwestern Hoops game versus Purdue.
We should pay you for that one, JJ. That's excellent. Hey, Odell has matured. He stepped right into that Rams locker room, moved it forward, made moves, was all over the field. What are you laughing at? I
love like.
Why can't Odell mature? Why can't Odell be a better Odell?
I don't think he's as bad as maybe people are thinking.
I mean, look at the way Braggs has matured in the 6 months since he met us. We've done so much for him.
You know what? Braggs has done a lot for me.
It's true. He has.
It's
me too.
Team effort.
Why do you always make me read this guy's handle?
Well, because read what he says at the top here.
The jib camera.
Oh, wait, a jib.
$4.99. Sorry for the username. Hodge has a problem with numbers.
Hoge has a problem with numbers.
What?
Who has the problem with the numbers?
He means Hoge.
I know, but he wrote Hodge.
All right.
And I like to make fun of my name too. It's Hodge.
Right.
Adam Hoge.
That's what when I first started reading all your work, Adam. I'm like,
Now it's
Adam
Hoge.
Hodge.
Yeah. Look at that level of disrespect.
There. I changed it for you.
Has a problem with the numbers. I don't have a problem with the numbers. It's just it's hard to read some of these when it's just numbers. What do you want us to call you? I'll call you whatever you want. I'll call you 007 Jib. Is Mike Evans a name that's possible for? Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think the Buccaneers are fascinating. You just part of like this time of year is you got to look at rosters and be like, okay, something's got to give here. They have a lot. They have a cap problem. I look at their roster and I go, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Ryan Jensen. Something has to give, and all of those players could help the Bears.
Ryan Jensen.
So, there hasn't been a lot of, I feel like, smoke or reporting about what the Bucs are going to do, but I feel like someone's got to get moved from the Bucs, and I would love any of those players. If I had to rank them, I'd probably go Jensen, Godwin, Evans.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, Jensen, what he can do for Fields, just again calling out, all the things like that would be a major upgrade at the center position.
Yeah, and it's a great question. Appreciate the super chat, and
that also would fall in line of Ryan Poles waiting patiently, doing intelligent things when they become available. Not necessarily overpaying at the start of free agency to get someone that you know full well that you're paying 130% on the dollar for.
Yep.
So,
got to
rise and shine, Poles.
Let guys come to you. How about that? $9.99 from Joey DeMarco. Picks aren't guaranteed to pan out. Look at what happened to the Raiders. How they had 3 first-round picks a couple years ago, and how did that turn out?
At Carm.
Look, I think you got to strike a balance. It's a fair point. Even when you're good at this, you're not going to hit on all these picks. So, like, if I give you a scenario where the Bears are going to have 6 picks in the top 65,
how many are going to pan out?
Like, 3 starters would be good. And so if one of those other 3 turns into DeAndre Hopkins, like, you
take a chance.
You're okay with it.
You're not going to win the Super Bowl unless you draft incredibly well with and the more picks that you have, you can miss more, stating obvious things here.
Right. But I guess my point is like 4 out of 6 in the top 65 is still an extremely good hit rate for NFL GMs.
100%. 100%.
That's a percentage you can. That's a batting percentage you can hit and make the Super Bowl.
Right. Exactly, and that's what they need to do. Which is exactly what he's trying to do.
Right. But the point that Joey's trying to bring up here, and I'm trying to enforce, is that you can't just go into it thinking you're going to bat 1,000. It's okay to take a pick here and there and use it on a veteran too, a known commodity.
But that's the thing, right? And yes, this is devolving now to the overly obvious. But this is why he's trading out, because he's giving himself more bite and more shots at it. Mm-hmm. He rather than putting all his chips in one premium spot, whoever that would be in his mind, he Poles is giving himself as many shots at it and betting that he's going to get it right more than he's going to get it wrong, and that he's going to be able to stock the Bears with depth and talent, and they're going to win the Super Bowl with him as the GM. And he's also giving himself security blanket if the quarterback doesn't take a huge positive step this year with more weapons, that he can go and get one. So, I mean, and Bears fans are wildly in agreement with how they're going about it. I think everybody here is too, right? No, I haven't heard 1 ounce of pushback on trading out from anyone.
No, I think everybody seems to be on board.
Yeah. So there's a down the middle Carm take of the day.
All right, lots of supers. I believe there's an ad read still here. Let's maybe.
Okay.
Whatever, producer.
10 minutes to go.
It went by quick.
I have faith polls with back 1,000 from Mubs. I don't know what that means, but I love Mubs, and I just want to shout them out.
All right, well, I love DraftKings because last night, the Bulls were beating the Nugs, which made no sense.
Nope,
No,
that team makes no sense.
And Carm dropped in the slack with, I thought was actually a really good point. Live bet the Nugs right now.
It's how you bet. You did that so well during the Bears season.
Yeah, Bears. The logic was still there. It was one of those where did not regret it for a second, still don't.
I'm kind of pissed at myself, though, because they were so mad after the loss to the Pacers and, like, just pushing back at the media. And this was, like, basically.
So what? They've been doing that all season, and the next game's a dud. There was literally no logic to last night's game at all.
I disagree. There was a different level of angst in that locker room that day, and throw in the fact that, like, they're literally, like, that was a playoff game for them last night, and they had rest going in. Like, that was as best they could to save their season.
High altitude, a team that's 30-4 at home, the best team in the West.
Yep.
The Bulls have blown so many fourth quarter leads.
I'm not saying they were like.
I don't know what.
My point, getting back to the sponsor.
It was 9 points. DraftKings had you at 9 points to bet it. Yes. Go ahead.
Check out the CHGO Bulls podcast for the full
They
breakdown.
had Rob Schaefer on last night.
But the point is, that's what you can do in the middle of the game. Jump on the right trend, and that's what DraftKings is there for you. They also have the no sweat same game parlays. All Major League Baseball is going on right now. There's World Baseball Classic games at like 11 o'clock at night.
Good times.
Seeing like big home runs being hit by Australia last night. Did they do anything for you? Nope. Download the app now and sign up with code CHGO. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets.
Did
instantly.
you really watch the World Baseball Classic?
No, it was popping up on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, Australia hit some big home run. I don't even know who won the game. But DraftKings is there for you if you do want that. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA with code CHGO. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Also in the chat right now, Jesus Carm, how about Terrell Owens?
He's in fantastic
That's pretty
shape,
funny
though.
there, Phillip Jones.
Remember Sam Hurd?
Yeah, bring that. Hey,
He's on the market?
He's out,
Okay,
baby.
Bears coming
Let's
out
go.
soon.
Let's go. All right. Hey, if you want
out.
to get to the Big Ten tournament or any sporting event or play or whatever, I might go see Rise and Shine Tina Turner at the Netherlander Theater, the Neander Theater. Who knows theaters around here? Anybody theaters? Cadillac Theater. There's a theater. Metro. There's like a Neanderthal Theater. I don't know. Anyway, bottom line, look at that. There it is. Game time tickets, the best way to get your tickets in the secondary market. There is no better value, no better price than at Game Time. They just look at the way they just show you the United Center and exactly where you're going to sit. Look at those prices, too. That is a sweet price for whatever Bulls game. I can't see which game Lawrence put.
This is Big Ten.
Oh, that's for the Big Ten tourney. There you go. So, yeah, some good value going on for your Big Ten tourney, which might change dramatically if Illinois wins tonight. So you might want to make a futures bet on Friday at 5:30, because if that's Cats and Illini game one, I think that's going to be a super hot ticket. Prices are bound to go up, so maybe you want to buy them now. But bottom line, download the Game Time Ticket app. Like 15 million people have done. If you want to help us as well, you can buy your tickets through the link in the description, which is an awesome thing for us and for Game Time, so that's a great way to support the cause. Game Time Tickets is my favorite secondary ticket market extravaganza. Download that app right now. Start living the dream. Get yourself the front row, the last row, or a middle row, and get it for the best price.
All right. A lot of super chats to get to before we get out of here and end this show. Let's fire through them.
All right, well, let's start with Braggs.
Oh, here we go.
He says
This is so unbelievably ridiculous.
$5 from Braggs in the stands. I may never forgive Carm for taking my Justin Jefferson trade idea. Vote for Braggs. Braggs isn't a backstabber.
Why did Braggs just turn into a guy who's been smoking for 50
I don't know.
years?
I don't have a good Braggs impression. I realized after I started, but, you know.
First of all, Charles Barkley. First of all, was Bragg sitting in this seat yesterday?
Yes.
Did he have the freedom to speak?
Yes.
So why didn't?
Combine code.
That's ridiculous. That super chat should cost him $500.
Yeah. Also, we're not fighting over some trade idea that's never happening.
Yeah, Braggs.
We love you so much. Bragg's getting in my car yesterday wearing his Big Ten credential was amazing.
I saw that video.
Dude picked up his credentials, put that thing on, is wearing it around. My guy.
Love it.
Why are you wearing your credential? I'm not going for 3 more days.
The
Yes,
Duke.
Continue on. Duke.
Go for it, someone.
I hope I know the answer, but this is a 1999 super chat from our guy, the Duke. I hope I know the answer, but please tell me so I can feel better. Packers fan, quote, friends, insisting that Jets will take Rodgers' cap hit and cough up 2 to 3 first-round picks for him, and that Love is elite. Please debunk.
Love is elite.
I mean, Love is elite. I'm not going to debunk that, but the other part.
Love. Yeah, he's not elite, and I would encourage you to check out, what was that, Tuesday show where I lost my mind on
I'll be
Jordan Love
honest.
for a couple?
I thought we were just talking about Love in general, not Jordan Love. That's my bad.
Well, yeah, Love is elite, but not Jordan Love. 2 to 3 first-round picks sounds insane. That's what they could have got for him if they made the deal with the Broncos, and they could have drafted Justin Fields. But, you know,
I find it pretty amazing that the Jets are going. There's correct me if I'm wrong. Is this 26-year-old MVP that's out there that's seemingly available?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Non-exclusive tag, Lamar Jackson. Yep.
Wouldn't you explore that if you were the Jets?
Collusion.
Yeah.
Could be collusion. Very well be a collusion.
I mean, 1 year, actually back-to-back years, teams are trading for Carson Wentz and giving up draft cap, pretty significant draft capital. But, oh, no, not 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson.
Crazy.
It's suspicious
It's
as
crazy.
hell. It's really messed up, actually.
Sucks.
Let's actually wait. Let's wait till this time next week. Because they can't negotiate till Wednesday with Lamar Jackson. Like, if nothing's happening by this time, like late next week, it's some weird stuff. I mean, the amount of bad trades that are happening for quarterbacks, and you're not willing to put up 2. I mean, I realize it's the money,
Mm-hmm. The guaranteed
but we
money.
all know what this is about. It's about the guaranteed money, and owners are scared of it. And apparently to the point that they're
not willing to take a proven commodity in the NFL.
I mean, you actually don't even have to go that far. Like, just compare it to the Deshaun Watson situation. So last year, there's a team willing to give Deshaun Watson $250 million guaranteed.
230. Yep.
230, whatever it was. Which one would you rather? Which one would you rather have?
Lamar Jackson.
It's not close.
But the Browns screwed it up for everybody. They gave up that guaranteed money, and now teams are not willing to go to that.
Well, they're trying to
They're nuts.
We all know that the NFL is very capable of colludes, i.e. C. Kaepernick.
All right. What else we got? We got a lot here. Let's go. Let's go West Virginia. What is your...
Oh, this is Knight 6776 with a $20 super chat.
What's up, Knight 6776? Let's go.
What is your opinion on Dante Stills, and do you think he would be a good fit for the Bears?
Break it down, Nick. No pressure.
Yep. Nope. Need to watch some Dante Stills. So
Is he a receiver for them? I'm just trying to...
no
Defensive lineman.
D-line.
6'4", 285, all Big
Whoa.
12 first team. Need to watch Dante Stills to give
His
you
brother was a consensus All-American. He's got good family bloodlines here. He's also a very good student, according to what I'm reading right now. Big 12 Commissioner's Honor Roll, the Garrett Ford Academic Honor Roll. He's one of 3 children, son of Gary and Janine Floyd. Father was an All-Big East linebacker at West Virginia for Hall of Fame coach Don Nealon. He's enjoying this, and yeah.
I do know he tested really well last week, and was on the list of defensive tackles who had the really high athletic score. So got to keep an eye on. But I got to be honest with you, Knight. Appreciate the super chat, but we are not up to speed on Dante Stills yet to give you
do more homework.
an accurate opinion.
Which is why we're giving you everything we can right now. He played in a school record 58 games, 36 starts, number 1 in program history and career tackles for loss, 52.5, number 4 in sacks, 23.5.
All right, if you're going to read that much, you need to give the source.
Proud Mountaineer. I'm reading from the West Virginia website.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
WVUsports.com.
All right, next one up, Martin Ochoa, $4.99. The Bears' odds for JSN have gone up the last few days. Chicago currently the best odds to draft him, something to watch. Really, I just think it speaks to the power of Kevin Fishbane. Kevin Fishbane with the JSN in his mock draft this morning.
That's what it was.
Odds in Vegas have just gone through the roof. No one has more power than the Fishman.
Clearly. I mean,
Been
JSN.
a
Bears.
very interesting morning with the Fishman, who was reaching out to me for Big Ten tickets. Told him I had some for him. Gave him an outstanding price point, and then he just got back to me. Yeah, I got some better ones. Sorry, later, Carm.
Yeah, because you know what he did? He went on the Game Time app.
He probably did.
And he out-carmed.
He out-carmed Carm.
You don't want to go on the Carm Time app. You want to go on the Game Time
That's
app.
right. Yeah,
I
come on,
mean,
Fishman. You got to know better than
I
that.
respect. Fishman if the Fishman went Game Time, I'm down. That's a great support for all of us. Thank you, Fishman.
J Toasty, $1.99. I'm all in on JSN at 9 or 11. Please, polls, please.
That's probably the name that would make Bears fans the most excited at any point in the draft. Would you agree?
I agree.
I mean, I guess if
momentum.
if the Bears traded with the Colts at 4 and Anderson fell to 4, maybe that would be number 1. But I would think
Lawrence, do you think people should check out my mock draft tomorrow?
Oh, boy.
Maybe not then.
I mean, maybe.
Or maybe they should.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
this
Duke?
brags in the stands guy with his request for the poll results. This is just,
He's all about practice.
Duke, 9.99. Fishman!
All
Look at
right.
Duke just dropping $10 just to yell out Fishman.
Love
Hey,
it.
when you have the money the Duke has, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Fishman's getting an invite to Duke Island.
Yeah.
For sure.
Seriously. Probably needs some sunblock.
Yeah. All right. What's up next? Anthony, $10. Wanted to share this laugh I saw on Reddit. A team could trade up to number 1 and decide to move down if they want. Not likely, but it's an
Unlocked?
Yeah.
the advantage to having that pick. Carm, was this your take? Wow. Just a
You're in the Reddit
stray
universe?
shot at the end.
I've never gotten into Reddit.
rise and shine, Reddit.
That surprises me, Nick. I feel like you'd be...
It wasn't
Really? Yeah.
Anthony. It was not me. That is not my brilliance. But
I mean, I get what theoretically you can move up to get the control, realize you don't need to be that high to get your guy, move back down to recoup some of the draft capital.
it's never been done in the history of the NFL.
You have never seen the movie Draft Day.
That's correct.
Yes.
I have not.
Oh.
But, I mean, that's basically the plot of Draft Day.
Basically.
Hey, Anthony, you know what I respect about you is that you will go to any corner of the earth to get information, and Reddit is a great place for that, and you've dived deep, and you found something that you could bring to the show. You, my friend, perhaps have a role here somewhere at CHGO.
My favorite part about Anthony is his avatar of him with, I believe that's Donald Duck,
Yeah,
wearing
it looks like Donald.
a hat, a sombrero.
Anthony's having fun.
Can anybody on the show do a Donald Duck other than me? Lawrence, you got it?
Lawrence,
You
is that,
can
is
go
that
for it.
Do you have it, though?
Not really. I haven't listened
Hoge,
to Donald
you got a
Duck in a
Donald
long time.
You got it?
That was
I've been
Carm.
working
That
on it
was
for a
very
while.
good.
I made a duck noise. It wasn't really a Donald Duck.
I mean, come on.
Me personally, I prefer a...
Ah, yes, the goose.
Goose.
Okay.
They're drinking goose over the UC right now.
Drew Black, $6.69.
I wish I was there.
What do you guys think the odds are of us signing both Orlando Brown Jr. and a right tackle? Love the show, even Carm.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I mean, I think they're going to name – I think they're going to sign more than one offensive lineman. So, yeah, I mean, they could sign Orlando Brown and still have it. But I don't think it would be starting money at right tackle because they do like Braxton Jones. So I don't think they're going to go for 2 starters.
What about Braxton Jones? What's happening? Okay.
Next super chat? I'm determined to end the show because I have to pee really bad.
Bad pee?
It's a coffee.
I've been there. It's an underrated challenge. I'll go quick for you there, Hoger.
Finally.
Kenpachi
Zaraki, you're the man. $4.99. If Washington gives us a boatload of picks and Payne to move back out of the top 10, would you take it?
And let's actually
The answer is hells to the yes. I would do that.
Let's add Doug Van Dorn to this for $5. He says, bold prediction, the only player the Bears will trade for will be Deron Payne as part of a package for the Commanders to trade up to number 1.
I mean,
it's possible.
You're talking about a ton of picks and Payne. You're talking about Ryan Poles dancing down the streets of Lake Forest.
Poles bringing the pain.
He would, I would think.
But that's a good thing to remember that, these franchise tags, they still open the door for signing trade situations. So, as it happened with Khalil Mack. Cornelius, $4.99.
Cornelius becoming a regular. Love you, Cornelius.
Why aren't you guys banging the table to keep David Montgomery? You're not just going to replace him with a rookie and think everything is okay.
We've done a lot of banging around here, Cornelius.
I've banged on every table in this office. There's a lot of tables.
But I think what's happening right now, Cornelius, is that we're getting beaten down by the momentum that seems to be building that David Montgomery's leaning into, that it might not happen.
I hope it doesn't. I like David Montgomery. If he's on this team next or 2023, I think it's a good thing for the Bears.
I also think that there's cases where whether it was drafting Jordan Howard or drafting David Montgomery, you actually did just replace him with a rookie and everything was okay. I think that, David Montgomery actually is, ironically, the case for not keeping David Montgomery. Because you let Jordan Howard walk, you only had a 3rd-round pick to start that draft, and you picked up David Montgomery, and everything was fine. It was actually better.
That's a good point.
And if you can get like a Tajay Sharp, who I really like, not Sharp.
Spears.
Spears.
Oh, yeah, Tajay
Everybody's
Sharp,
been doing that.
I've been doing that.
And I'm doing it too. Tajay Sharp was on the Bears last year.
Yes. Yes, he was.
Bear or not a Bear?
That threw me off.
Yeah. The Bears rebuild, Cornelius, at the end of the day, to wrap this part of the conversation up, is not overly contingent on David Montgomery.
Mark, I was an Andy Frain usher in 76 and once stationed on the first base line roof to act as fire watch and snag up foul balls.
That's awesome, Mark.
The old Comiskey Park.
First of all, we got a seasoned vet watching us, which is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, Andy Frain ushers back in the day with their getup were awesome.
I love the Andy Frains.
I mean, they looked like policemen out there.
Was the fire watch from the fireworks?
I don't know anything about the fire watch.
Exploding scoreboard?
Maybe.
Snag
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
Probably on the rooftop.
That sounds
They
about
probably
right.
had people up.
I in my privileged upbringing, we had mezzanine Bulls tickets, and I would sneak down into the boxes because I made friends with one of the Andy Frains. And so he would just kind of when I would walk in, he'd just kind of give me the nod, and I'd go and I'd take my seats.
I mean, that's basically why I stopped being an usher at Wrigley.
You were an usher at Wrigley?
Yes.
Wow.
For basically 2 months.
Didn't know that.
And I couldn't handle it for 2 reasons. One, it was extremely boring. Because you think you're going in there and you're just going to watch the games, but
You weren't a Cub fan.
you get stationed.
True.
What? Yeah, but the one time I got
He likes money.
the one time they
Money's
put
good.
me right behind home plate, Roger Clemens was pitching, and it was sweet. But
You've buried the lead multiple times recently. You told me something else sweet today that I just forgot about, but
it couldn't have been that sweet then. What I was getting at was, to your point, was I am not, if you're going to hire me to oversee your seats, I am not going to be the guy that says, yeah, you can't sit there. The whole section's empty. Yes, you can sit there. And they didn't like that. So I'm like, okay, I can't work here anymore.
do they know that you were letting people through?
Yeah, no, they'd be
So
like,
you got fired.
they're like, well, no, it'd be more like, no, I did not get fired. I could, because what would
They
happen?
just stationed you where they didn't care. And you
No,
were
no,
like,
nothing bad happened. But the supervisor would come over and be like, did you check those tickets? Like, no. I'm talking about like the 30th row and the 200 level. Why would I check their tickets? Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah,
200 level sucks. I hate the 200
My
level.
job should be to help people find their seats if they have a question, if they want to know where the nearest concessions are. Like,
Daniel Cho, cool story, Hoge.
he's the one that asked me for it.
I can't believe that whoever was asking you if they checked the tickets in the 30th row of the 200 level, that person should have been fired.
That's my point.
That person needs to
If
seriously.
we're talking about like a playoff game where the place is sold out, yes, then on that day the job should be yes.
Even
is this
then,
really
no.
where you're where you belong? At least early in the game, probably by the 7th inning, and resolve any conflicts. If someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, these people are my seats," then that's your job. You go figure it out. We shouldn't be like the guardians of the
seats.
200 level. Get out of here.
You just, I mean, you.
I didn't like
you,
that job.
How did you not choose vending? Did you not have an in to be a vendor?
I don't know. I don't know if that was an option.
All right, we got to wrap. So let's read this last super chat.
That could have been a great vendor.
Kevin O'Reilly, good show, you guys. Go Hawkeyes and happy Ping Hogue.
He's got to pee.
Oh, that's right. Happy Ping.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a typo.
Even I kind of forgot.
And JR.
Okay, we end the show with a homemade Carm song.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wow, pressure's on.
All right, I'm going to leave, and then you sing, and then we'll talk to you guys.
Bye-bye, Adam. Bye-bye, Hoge. Going to pee. But thinking of you tonight. Terrible song.